Hello everyone and welcome to the Mindset Model Podcast, the house of good vibes and unicorn energy. I am your number one hype girl, cheering you through the game of life. On this podcast, I'm here to help you unleash your best self, to bring your wildest dreams to life using the art of mindset and manifestation. Let's create magic. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Mindset Model Podcast. I hope you are having an absolutely fantastic week, fantastic day so far. Now, I am so excited for this episode. I've had some amazing requests from you beautiful podcast listeners on a couple of questions around mindset and manifestation. Now, the question that I'm going to answer today, I've been thinking about nonstop this last week. I was like, right, I have to do a podcast episode on this question. So this is, can other people's energy affect your manifestations? In particular, haters. So can haters actually affect our lives and our success? I love this question. So first of all, what do we mean by haters? These are people that are throwing shade at us. They are people which just give you a really bitchy vibe. They give you the cold shoulder. They're people that don't celebrate your wins. They're not happy for you. They criticize everything you do, and then it can go really extreme, like the actual full-on haters, like the online trolls that are just nasty, and they will literally tear you to shreds. So the answer is only if you let them. I'll say that again. Only if you let them. You have full control over what energy you let in and what you want to believe. That is why I always say to you to challenge the beliefs that do not serve you, to challenge what other people say. Other people's bad vibes cannot stop you from living your best life unless you let them in. Okay? So, one thing to learn is to never take anything personal. Nothing is ever personal. And if you have somebody hating on you, being nasty to you, or saying things that are just not very nice, criticizing you, this is not because of you. It's because you have triggered something within them that has made them feel uncomfortable. There is an amazing book called The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Am I saying that right? Probably not, but we'll go with it. And he really talks about this topic in a lot more detail. It's fascinating. You know, we are responsible for the way that we actually feel. So if there's one thing that you can learn, to not take anything personal, this will be an absolute game changer. So let's talk about triggers. I love a trigger. And when you understand what triggers are and look at them in a different way, a different perspective, they can really, really help you. So if something bothers you, if you are envious, jealous, you can't be happy for someone's doing something fantastic and you are it just annoys you. That is because you have a belief that you may or may not be aware of in your subconscious mind, and you believe you cannot have that thing. And there's so many things that we can get triggered about. Like the top things are things like money is a massive one. People get triggered by money all the time. Career, jealous of other people's romances, again, other people's looks as well. That is a massive trigger. We are so quick to judge other people. When you are in that judgment mindset, have a look at that, because that's when we believe that we can't have that thing and we want that thing. And I know for a fact that I trigger people every damn day, and I love it. So When I first started this podcast, I could literally feel the energy of the haters trickling in. Who does she think she is? Who is she? And I do not take this personally, because I know that by me triggering people is going to help those people to see within themselves where they need to have a little bit of personal development, and where they can really grow. And I know this for a fact because I was one of those people. I was triggered by everything. Everyone, this is, before I did any of my personal development work, back in the day when everyone was being successful, everyone had everything that I wanted. I was a salty bitch. And one of the examples of this is weight. So I previously struggled with my weight, the way that I looked. I was on all the different diets. I really did not like anything about myself. And if anybody around me lost weight, this little voice popped up in my mind and was like, look at this bitch. She's probably had liposuction. I would look at the celebrities in the magazines and I'd be like, well, she looks shit anyway. She's obviously been airbrushed. And this actual asshole voice would just pop up. And it's absolutely fascinating because when I look back, it was because I was so envious. I wanted to look like that. I wanted to have the body like this person. I wanted to lose weight. And I had a belief within myself that I couldn't do this. And it was nothing to do with the girl, the person that I was judging. It was all about me and my insecurities and my beliefs. And it's the same, with anything else that I was triggered about. Money, for example, because, I'd lost my job. I, didn't have any money coming in. If anybody would get a promotion or get, a random lump sum of money, the thought this would make me so mad. And I have learned so much from my triggers. They are such a good thing. And the way to manage these is, if you are being triggered by things, be curious. Where does this come from? Why do I feel like this? Why do I believe that I cannot have this thing in my life? Where else do I feel like this in my life? Don't be hard on yourself. Be grateful, because this is literally just a little hey from your subconscious mind saying, look, there's a belief here, something you need to challenge. Let's work on this. Turn those triggers into inspiration and motivation. That thing is meant for you. If you see people winning, cheer for them. It is the best way to bring your dreams to life. Going back to the frequency that I was talking about in my last podcast, like attracts like. So if you can be happy for someone, you will be on that frequency and you will attract what they have. So that's the first thing, triggers. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about this topic, about haters or other people affecting your manifestations, your dreams, your desires, your goals. Now, I see so many people actually stopping from, doing what they love or creating their dreams because of what other people say and being worried about what other people will think. This is huge. We have lots of people that, they don't mean to. Their intention behind it is probably not, to make you feel like this. Maybe they're feeling like they're trying to protect you. But when people criticize things that you're doing, that's not going to work. Or, if you've got a new business idea, that's going to take you years to do. And it's just, I just see so many people just having these amazing ideas and just stopping in their tracks because they believe what other people say. We get told you're delusional if you come up with these fantastic ideas. And if this idea or this new job or new business or whatever genuinely lights you up on a soul level, do not give up. Do not listen to what other people are saying to you, because if you believe you can have this thing or do this thing, you will have that. An example of this. So I am fascinated by aerodynamics. I was on a plane, an Airbus, for 14 hours. How the hell is that in the sky? I just cannot believe it. It's madness to me. But anyway, so the Wright brothers, who, designed the plane, or, had the idea of the plane, they invented the plane. Can you imagine the things that people were saying to them back in the day? Oh yeah, we're actually going to create a vehicle for people to be in the sky. They would have been called delusional, ridiculous, mad even, absolutely mad. But they knew on a soul level this was going to work. They did not give up. And it's the same for, all inventors, artists, entrepreneurs out there. They have an idea. They know and they believe that it's going to work. No matter what other people say, they will find a way to make it happen. So, protecting your energy from other people. So if you have started a new project, or if you're starting a new business, or maybe you want to have more kids, or something like that, and you feel that maybe society, family or friends might be a little bit judgmental, you can protect your energy behind this. An example of this, if you have just set up a business and it's not really started, you haven't got any clients, or you've not sold anything, and you're going for a family meal, and they're like, oh, how's your business going? Instead of saying, oh, it's a slow move, don't say that. Say, it's growing. Thank you for asking. It's progressing. That is all you need to do. If you are working on something that is genuinely an absolute dream of yours, protect the energy of that project. So, have empathy for people that are hating at you, or throwing shade at you, or criticizing you, because it's not personal and they are on their own journey. It's not to do with you. And if anything, I want you to shine your light bright. Shine the lightest bright ever. Carry on doing what you are doing to be your best self. That is the number one thing that you need to do when you're on this planet, is being your true, authentic self and creating the magic in your life. Because when you do that, that inspires others to do the same and look within themselves. Challenge those triggers and those limiting beliefs, and also become their best selves as well. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Have a little look at anything that is, causing you any triggers, and really work on that. Have a little bit of an awareness, and don't come at this with a bad energy. Come at this with a curious energy. Have the best day, and I cannot wait to see you in my next podcast. Please drop me a review, share this with anybody that you feel would benefit from listening to this. See you again soon.